Every planet is trying to kill you, not metaphorically, not eventually, literally. The moment you leave Earth, survival stops being the default and becomes almost impossible. We grow up thinking space is just empty and cold, but that's the lie. The real danger isn't space itself, it's the worlds inside it. Every planet in our solar system has its own method of killing you, and none of them are quick, gentle, or forgiving. In this video, we're not talking science fiction. No aliens, no imaginary disasters, only real physics, real atmospheres, real temperatures, and real forces that would destroy the human body in seconds, minutes, or hours. By the end, you'll know which planet kills you instantly, which one makes you suffer the longest, and why Earth is far more fragile than it looks. Let's start close to home. Mercury looks small and harmless, but it is one of the most brutal places a human could ever exist. During the day, temperatures rise above 430 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to melt lead. At night, they drop to minus 180. There is no atmosphere to spread heat, no air to breathe, and no protection from the sun's radiation. You wouldn't burn slowly, you wouldn't freeze peacefully. Your body would experience extreme thermal shock, your cells rupturing as temperatures swing violently, while unfiltered solar radiation damages your DNA almost instantly. But Mercury is only the beginning. Venus is where survival becomes truly hopeless. Often called Earth's twin, Venus is the most hostile planet in the solar system. Its surface temperature sits at around 465 degrees Celsius, hotter than Mercury, not because it's closer to the sun, but because its atmosphere traps heat perfectly. The pressure at the surface is over 90 times that of Earth. Imagine standing 1 kilometer underwater. Your lungs would collapse, your blood chemistry would fail, and before you could even process the pain, you'd be crushed while being cooked alive. Venus doesn't just kill you, it erases you. Thick clouds of sulfuric acid rain from the sky, lightning flashes through toxic air, and the planet's surface slowly reshapes itself through massive volcanic activity. No shelter, no suit, no technology we have today could keep a human alive there for more than moments. And yet, as deadly as Venus is, it still isn't the worst place to die. Mars feels familiar. Red deserts, rocky ground, a sky you can almost imagine breathing under. That illusion is exactly what makes Mars so dangerous. The atmosphere on Mars is less than 1% as thick as Earth's. Step outside without protection, and the air pressure drops so fast that the water in your blood begins to boil. Not heat boiling, pressure boiling. Your lungs can't function, oxygen disappears, and within seconds you lose consciousness. Even if pressure weren't the problem, Mars offers no magnetic field to shield you from cosmic radiation. Over time, your cells would be torn apart by high-energy particles passing straight through your body. Mars doesn't kill instantly, it kills quietly, invisibly, and inevitably. But Earth itself deserves a place on this list because Earth is only safe by coincidence. Remove a few factors, a magnetic field, a stable orbit, a balanced atmosphere, and Earth becomes just as lethal as the others. Our planet constantly tries to kill us through earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, hurricanes, radiation from the sun, and impacts from space. We survive not because Earth is gentle, but because we evolved inside its narrow window of tolerance. Leave that window, even slightly, and survival collapses. Now let's move outward. Jupiter isn't a planet you land on, it's a planetary death trap. Jupiter is a gas giant with no solid surface, meaning you would fall endlessly into its atmosphere. As you descend, pressure increases to unimaginable levels. Hydrogen gas compresses into liquid, then into metallic hydrogen. Temperatures rise higher than the surface of the sun. Long before reaching those depths, Jupiter's radiation belts would kill you instantly. These belts are the most intense radiation zones in the solar system. They can destroy spacecraft electronics in hours. A human body wouldn't last seconds. Even from orbit, Jupiter is deadly. Its immense gravity pulls in asteroids and comets, accelerating them to catastrophic speeds. Jupiter doesn't need to touch you to kill you. Its gravity alone can tear objects apart. Saturn looks calmer, more elegant, defined by its beautiful rings, but Saturn kills just as efficiently. Like Jupiter, Saturn has no solid surface. Falling into Saturn means suffocation, crushing pressure, freezing upper layers, then extreme heat below. And those iconic rings? They're made of ice and rock, moving at tens of thousands of kilometers per hour. A collision with even a small fragment would be fatal. Beauty doesn't equal safety. In the outer solar system, death just becomes colder, darker, and more absolute. Uranus and Neptune are worlds where death is silent and unavoidable. Uranus is tilted on its side, creating seasons that last decades. Temperatures drop to minus 224 degrees Celsius, making it the coldest planet in the solar system. The atmosphere is made mostly of hydrogen, helium, and methane. No oxygen, no warmth, no protection. Winds on Uranus can reach speeds of hundreds of kilometers per hour, and deeper inside, pressures would crush any physical structure. You wouldn't freeze peacefully. Your tissues would crystallize, your blood would thicken, and consciousness would fade as your nervous system shuts down. Neptune takes everything Uranus does and makes it worse. Neptune holds the fastest winds ever recorded, over 2,000 kilometers per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound. Imagine being caught in a hurricane that never stops, in temperatures colder than any natural environment on Earth, while gravity pulls you downward into crushing pressure. Neptune's storms are massive, persistent, and violent. You wouldn't be thrown around, you'd be shredded. Even if you somehow avoided the winds, the lack of sunlight, oxygen, and heat makes survival impossible. Neptune doesn't rage like Jupiter, it doesn't burn like Venus, it simply overwhelms you until nothing remains. And then there are the smaller worlds, moons that look harmless but hide lethal environments. Europa, orbiting Jupiter, is bombarded with radiation so intense it would kill a human in minutes. Io is the most volcanically active body in the solar system, constantly reshaped by lava lakes and eruptions driven by Jupiter's gravity. Titan, Saturn's largest moon, has lakes, not of water, but of liquid methane and ethane. Its cold would freeze flesh solid almost instantly. Even Pluto, distant and quiet, is deadly. With surface temperatures around minus 230 degrees Celsius and almost no atmosphere, exposure would mean rapid freezing and suffocation. There is no safe place beyond Earth. The universe is not designed for us. It does not care about survival. Every world operates by physics alone, and physics does not negotiate. But among all these deadly places, one question remains. Which planet kills you the fastest, and which one makes you suffer the longest? The answer isn't what most people expect. The fastest death belongs to Jupiter. Not Venus, not Mercury, Jupiter. Its radiation belts are so intense that even approaching the planet without extreme shielding would be fatal in seconds. You wouldn't feel pain. Your nervous system would fail before your brain could process what's happening. Instant death delivered by invisible energy. The slowest, most agonizing death belongs to Venus. Venus doesn't give you the mercy of speed. It crushes you slowly under pressure while cooking you in heat hotter than an oven, while acid clouds swirl overhead. Your body fails in layers, lungs first, then circulation, then consciousness. Venus kills methodically. And Earth? Earth sits in a razor-thin zone between survival and annihilation. Change atmospheric composition slightly, increase solar output just a bit, weaken the magnetic field, Earth becomes just another hostile planet. That's the real lesson hidden in this journey. Earth isn't special because it's gentle. Earth is special because it's balanced. The universe is full of worlds, but none of them are waiting for us. None of them are safe. Every planet is trying to kill you, not out of malice, but because the laws of physics demand it. Survival is rare, life is fragile, and Earth is not a guarantee, it's an exception, and exceptions never last forever. If this video changed the way you see the solar system, make sure to subscribe to Cosmic Nexus, because the universe is far stranger, darker, and more dangerous than it looks, and we've only just begun to explore it.